Electroheads. Today we're talking about one of the most exciting new electric car brands from the last few years, Lucid Motors. But to do that, first we need to talk a little bit about Tesla. Tesla is one of the most influential car brands in the world right now. There's this aura surrounding the company at the moment, a little bit like there was with Apple 10 years ago, where it seems like the whole world waits with bated breath when they're about to release a new product. Tesla is so all-encompassing that my boss made me promise to put the word Tesla in the title of this video so that more people would watch it. I wasn't supposed to tell you that. And like Apple in its prime, many of Tesla's competitors have started copying them in one way or another. Whether it's something small, like Lincoln mimicking Tesla's supercharger design, or something bigger, like Chinese car maker XPeng's alleged theft of Tesla autopilot tech. For legal reasons, I'm going to emphasize the word alleged because that lawsuit is ongoing, and you're innocent until proven guilty. Although one thing XPeng is definitely guilty of is stealing the arse off the Model S. Look at that. Spot the difference. I'm getting sidetracked. My point is that everyone at the moment is, let's say, flattering Tesla with imitation. And that's not a good thing, because when you're copying your homework off the kid sat next to you, you're not thinking for yourself. Too many car brands are playing it safe with electric right now. They're not taking risks or trying new things. They're just doing what seems to be working elsewhere. Not all of them. Not Lucid Motors. Over the last 4 years, California-based startup Lucid Motors has shown a willingness to go against the grain and really have a crack at trying to solve the biggest problems with the modern EV. And that is largely thanks to this guy, Peter Rawlinson. He's the CEO and CTO of Lucid, but before that, he was the chief engineer at Tesla. And the Model S, you know, the electric car that changed everything forever, that was his baby. And with his new car, the Lucid Air, he is aiming to improve upon his previous efforts and once again raise the bar for the electric vehicle. So what, I hear you ask, is so special about this car? What's it got, freaking laser beams? No. Actually, yes, if you think about it, because LiDAR. On the face of it, the Lucid Air sounds like something we've seen before, a high-performance luxury saloon costing around $100,000. It is very fast and very posh. In fact, they're claiming it's the first true luxury EV. And that's all very cool, but not revolutionary. What might well be revolutionary is the engineering under the floor. Rawlinson is obsessed with
the miniaturization of the electric powertrain.
He's a man on a mission to make the hardware essential to an electric vehicle smaller, lighter, and smarter. One of the ways he's tried to achieve that in the Air is with super high voltage. The Tesla Model 3 runs on 375 volts. The Porsche Taycan, as we recently mentioned in a video, is the highest voltage electric car on the road right now, 800 volts. The Lucid Air, over 900 volts. And as we know, higher voltage equals cooler runnings, faster charging, and crucially, smaller packaging. The upshot of this, along with lots of other engineering wizardry, is that the big heavy Lucid Air is capable of about 4 miles per kilowatt, which is the same kind of efficiency you get from a tiny Renault Zoe. A Lucid Air prototype recently made the 800-mile journey from San Francisco to LA and back, only stopping to charge once. It's one of the first real 400-mile range electric cars. And the benefits of the clever drivetrain go far beyond range. The Lucid's battery and motors are so cleverly packaged that they enable the Air to be, and this is a Peter Rawlinson quote, like the TARDIS from Doctor Who, way bigger on the inside than it looks from the outside. As well as aiming to raise the bar for the electric car once again, Rawlinson has mentioned in interviews that he is using the Air to right a few wrongs from his previous project, the Model S. The slightly unsexy example he gives is giving it a boot instead of a hatchback for improved structural rigidity, but you can probably add to that list build quality, which was a little bit shonky, let's say, on early Teslas. The Lucid is also a much more striking design than anything Tesla has designed for my money. It's one of the few areas that Tesla tends to play it quite safe. One thing I love about Lucid Motors is they've built a car with 1,000 horsepower, but they barely ever mention that fact. Peter Rawlinson insists that this is kind of just a side effect of building this hyper-efficient, super brilliant drivetrain. Yeah, it's faster than most Ferraris, but don't go on about it. That would be like if you bought a toaster that perfectly toasted bread using almost no energy, and it just also happened to have a flamethrower attachment.
That don't make no sense.
One more super cool fact, it was Lucid's cutting edge battery tech that enabled a Formula E car to go the full race distance for the first time. Lucid's technology wing Ativa secured that contract back in 2018. In previous seasons of Formula E, drivers had to swap cars mid-race, which was hilarious to watch, but didn't do a lot for the credibility of electric motorsport. Lucid's involvement in Formula E has directly informed the development of the Air's powertrain. So you can tell your mates that your big posh family car has got race car tech, and they'll go, oh, is that why it's got 1,000 horsepower? And you'll go, no, that's besides the point. The biggest thing going against Lucid Motors is time. Unfortunately, the Air is already about 2 years late. Production was originally scheduled for 2018, but delays in securing investment, delays in building the factory, and now the coronavirus pandemic have all caused setbacks. It's a shame because can you imagine how cool this car would have been in 2018? A 400-mile car in 2018 would have been sci-fi stuff. It's still extremely impressive today in 2020, but guess what else can now do 400 miles? The updated Model S. Oh yeah, betrayed by his own son. Nonetheless, the Air is still a very exciting car, and more importantly, Lucid is a really exciting company. And like Tesla, once they get done building their big posh halo car, they're going to turn their attention towards building what the world really needs. Exciting but affordable long-range EVs. There we have it, Lucid Motors, one of the coolest car companies that you've never heard of. Tell me in the comments, would you have a Lucid Air over a brand new Model S? Which car company shall we talk about next? Let us know down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and goodbye.